What's up, you guys? If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a returning prisoner, I appreciate you. If you're new and you don't want to miss some of the best cyber crypto videos on this planet, hit the bell, like, subscribe. We're going to talk about BitTorrent today, their hidden search engine business that can blow the top off of everything, and why it's just one of several instances that can happen. And before I get into that, I'm going to get into a little bit of industry news. Community initiated Bitcoin stack chain exceeds 160K in 1 week. So the premise here is a bunch of people that have no money got together and said, we're sick of having no money and we want to have some money, and we think we can control our destiny by having some money, by pooling some money together to create more some money that makes for a bigger sum altogether. And I think that's the synopsis of this article. But let's find out together, because I didn't read the whole thing, as I usually don't. I just skimmed, looked interesting, and I wanted to talk about it with you before I get into BitTorrent's hidden search engine business and much more, and why I always tell you folks, don't look at things for what they are now. You must understand that things will evolve big time and that crypto is in diapers. So, community initiated Bitcoin stack chain exceeds 160K in 1 week. Let's see what this is all about, and let's have a little read-see. How one tweet about being broke as hell created a chain of community Bitcoin buys that exceeded six figures and counting. The Bitcoin BTC community, or plebs, Bitcoin BTC community plebs. Why plebs? Comment down below if you know off the top of your head why plebs. I'm not going to look it up now. As they're affectionately known, are a force to be reckoned with. They banded together in less than 7 days to stack over 160,000 or 7 BTC in a stack chain. The so-called stack chain, a portmanteau of the blockchain, Bitcoin's ledger, and Stacking Stats buying BTC, is a community-driven meme. The investment chain derived from one man's desire to express the idea that buying Bitcoin every day and doing dollar cost averaging, DCA, dollar cost averaging, is essential to being a Bitcoiner. Arizonan Hodl, the Bitcoiner in question, told Cointelegraph contained that he would eliminate any excuses by posting a $5 purchase. And here's the original tweet. Even on days when I'm broke as hell, I still stack. Feel free to join me. So basically, what it seems he's trying to say is no matter how much money you do not have, you can still stack something, which is better than nothing. So let's carry on. Bitcoin buyers from around the world supported the gesture. They took the idea by the scruff of the neck and made it a movement. The community began stacking stats in increasing increments of $1 at a time. $5 became $6, $7, etc., until the cumulative total passed the 100,000 mark over the Saturday weekend. You know, this reminds me of that I'll buy a paperclip with a penny idea and then I'll end up with like a Lambo or a Bugatti or something. According to the Stack Chain's official, I'm not saying that's what this is, it's just what it reminds me of because of the way that the wording was done here. According to the Stack Chain's official GitHub, because of course there is an official GitHub, Derek Ross explains that the stack chain is just fun and sh asterisk posting. Boy, sometimes getting ahead of that and reading it before you think, with a little bit, not good for the video, with a little bit of a Bitcoin lingo thrown in to make it more fun as we post as we buy Bitcoin. However, the bit of fun grew exponentially. While Arizonans had set a goal of 10,000 for the bear market tomfoolery in a matter of days, the plebs had stacked a whole BTC, or at 22,000 at the time of writing. So by Monday, the stack chain had passed 150,000. Each stack is now worth well over $500,000. The incremental amounts will soon approach four-figure purchases, and the hype around the stack chain has caught, I'm going to get into the BitTorrent search engine in a minute, has caught the eye of the Bitcoiners around the world. For those of humble means, stack joins or combined efforts from Bitcoiners working together to reach large Bitcoin buys as possible, plus well-known Bitcoiners in the space, including Corey Clipston, CEO of Swan Bitcoin, have gotten in on the action. Interesting. So you can get into this Cointelegraph, as I always share my sources, but now let's go and find what I wanted to talk about. How to search, how to add search engines to BitTorrent. So nobody really thinks of it as a die-hard true blue search engine, right? And we all know how lucrative search engine businesses are and what advertising models, how they're married behind search engines and how the two work together very nicely. BitTorrent is one of the most popular torrenting clients, and it comes packed with built-in search abilities. Here's how to use them. Many modern BitTorrent clients come with a search function, and in many cases, this functionality is semi-hidden, like in BitTorrent, which we'll use for this guide, or you have to take some extra steps to unleash its full potential. So a lot of things, Web 3, are harder to use. Web 2 is easier to use, the original web. The original web was not easy to use when it became original before it had been around for a while. This is normal when new industries spawn. So you have to identify the winners and get rid of the losers, or at least avoid them. So BitTorrent, in my opinion, is going to be one of the big winners. And something as simple as a search engine is a hidden feature within BitTorrent that is not yet easy to use. And that's why, one of many reasons why, you need to be able to see the forest through the trees. Even when something does not look great at the moment, you have to see its potential to become great and base your movements on that, not work off impulse that acts on what is right now, because crypto's in diapers. Despite BitTorrent being a decentralized peer-to-peer network where users exchange data, it still has a weak central point. Actually, there are many more than one such point. There are the sites where users seek what's known as magnet links. So there's many weak points with all of crypto in different ways. Magnet links are small bundles of data that inform the BitTorrent client about a torrent's name, contents, and potential locations for jumpstarting its download. Unfortunately, they're a great idea ruined by piracy and malicious users. The most popular sites where you can find such links are littered with ads of scantily dressed people to eagerly meet you in person. Well, that's like a lot of the internet. So if we fly through here a little bit, this talks about how to search for content from within BitTorrent. And it relies on Python. It tells you a bit about how it works for its searches. If you've never installed the popular programming language before, BitTorrent will prompt you to download the required files, etc. So see, it's complicated. It's not easy to use. That's the whole point. When this all becomes simple to use, you have big success lurking. Thanks for watching. I will see you on the next one.